May 29th. This is a date etched in stone. It's International Everest Day, a truly special day across the globe. We pause. We remember, we celebrate a monumental moment in human history. This day marks a time when ordinary people achieved something extraordinary. They showed us what courage really means. It's a day that changed our perception of mountains. It redefined what we thought were the limits of human endurance. This day is for the heroes, past and present. It is for the dreamers who look at the highest peaks and see a challenge. It is for the wild, untamed spirit that lives within every single one of us. This day honors true courage and the relentless human desire to explore. Why this particular date, May 29th? The reason is simple, yet it is incredibly powerful and resonant. On this very day, way back in 1953, human beings first stood on the summit of Mount Everest. They reached the highest point on planet Earth. Can you even begin to imagine that feeling? Pure, unadulterated awe. The sheer, raw triumph of spirit over staggering adversity. International Everest Day celebrates this incredible, groundbreaking achievement. It was a true milestone for all of humankind. It serves as a constant reminder of our potential. It shows us what we can accomplish when we dig deep and push forward. This day whispers the impossible is possible. But this significant day isn't just about looking back into the annals of history. It's not solely about nostalgia for past glories. It's also about looking forward. It's about inspiring the new generations that are coming up. It ignites a fire in young adventurers. It speaks to the dreamers. It calls out to all those people who want to test their own limits, to find out what they're truly made of. International Everest Day sends a clear, powerful message. You can do it. You have what it takes. The spirit of Everest, that indomitable spirit of exploration and resilience, lives on. It burns with a fierce, bright flame every single May 29th. It pushes us all to be brave in our own lives. So when you hear the words International Everest Day, I want you to think big. Think about immense courage. Think about the raw power of the human spirit, a spirit that is truly unstoppable, a spirit that is completely unbreakable when tested. This is a day to connect with that incredible primal power, the very same power that propelled two brave men to the top of the world. And guess what? That same power, that same resilience lives deep inside you too. It's there, waiting to be unleashed. This is a day for the wild heart, a day to remember what we can achieve when we dare to try. The year was 1953. It was a vastly different world back then. Technology was simpler. Knowledge of high-altitude survival was still in its infancy. But some things, the truly important things, they never change. Courage, sheer determination. The burning dream of reaching the summit. Sir Edmund Hillary. He was a humble beekeeper from New Zealand, a quiet man with an iron will. And Tenzing Norgay, a Sherpa, a true son of the majestic mountains. He was born in the shadow of Everest. Two very different men from different worlds, united by one colossal, audacious goal: to conquer Mount Everest. They were pioneers. These two men weren't just climbing a massive mountain of rock and ice. They were pushing the very boundaries of human experience. They were venturing into the unknown, battling freezing hurricane-force winds, breathing the dangerously thin air of the death zone, navigating treacherous, uncharted territory. Every single step was a monumental fight, a brutal test of their physical and mental will. For them, failure was simply not an option. It wasn't in their vocabulary. They carried the hopes and dreams of so many people on their weary shoulders. They stared into the face of the unknown, and they did not blink. Their resolve was absolute. Imagine that final desperate push for the summit. They were utterly exhausted, bone-chillingly cold, every muscle screaming in protest. But their spirits burned hotter than any furnace. They moved as one cohesive unit. Hillary and Tenzing, an unbreakable bond forged in adversity, trust, teamwork. That's what ultimately got them there. To that sacred, revered place, the highest point on the face of the earth. They stood where no human being had ever stood before. In that moment, they became legends. True, immortal legends of exploration and human spirit. Their names would echo through time. Their incredible achievement wasn't just a personal victory. Its impact resonated around the entire globe. It sent a powerful message to everyone, everywhere. It showed us, it proved to us beyond any doubt, no mountain is too high to scale, no challenge is too great to overcome. If you possess the spirit, if you have the grit, the tenacity, if you hold on to the belief in yourself and your team. Sir Edmund Hillary and Tenzing Norgay. Their names are indelibly etched in the pages of history. They will forever be remembered as giants among men. True survival experts who showed the world what is possible. Nepal, this is the spiritual home of Mount Everest, the land of the Sherpas. Here, May 29th is an exceptionally special day. It's not just another date on the calendar. The very air in places like Kathmandu and the Khumbu Valley buzzes with a palpable excitement. A deep sense of national pride fills the streets and trails. The Nepali people remember their heroes with great reverence. Tenzing Norgay, a son of Nepal who stood on top of the world, and Sir Edmund Hillary, who became an adopted son and a lifelong friend of Nepal and its people. It's a genuine festival of courage, a vibrant, real celebration of human achievement. In the bustling capital city of Kathmandu and high up in the remote villages of the Khumbu Valley, nestled amongst the towering peaks, celebrations unfold with color and passion. There are lively processions through the streets. Dignitaries give inspiring speeches. Elders share traditional stories of incredible bravery, tales of that historic first ascent. Climbers from all over the world gather, local people gather, families share food and laughter, everyone comes together to share in the unique spirit, the spirit of the high mountains, the powerful spirit of Sagarmatha, the Nepali name for Everest, meaning goddess of the sky. It's a truly vibrant and moving time. During these celebrations, they honor not just the two initial summiteers. They also pay tribute to all who have demonstrated exceptional courage on the formidable slopes of Everest. This especially includes the Sherpas, the often unsung heroes of almost every Everest expedition. Their incredible strength, their unparalleled local knowledge of the treacherous terrain, their physiological adaptation to high altitude. These qualities are absolutely essential for success and safety on the mountain. This special day formally recognizes their incredible ongoing contribution. It acknowledges their deep spiritual connection to these mighty sacred peaks. They are the true people of the mountains. These annual celebrations in Nepal are absolutely vital. They serve a crucial purpose. They keep the remarkable legacy of Hillary and Tenzing alive and burning brightly. They inspire new generations of young Nepalis. They encourage them to dream big dreams, to respect the raw power and beauty of the mountains that surround them, to actively protect their unique natural and cultural heritage. International Everest Day in Nepal is more than just a holiday. It's a powerful living reminder. A reminder of the strength of the human spirit and of the enduring magic and majesty of the Himalayas. It's raw, it's real, it's deeply felt. Mount Everest. The Tibetans call it Chomolungma, goddess mother of the world. The Nepalis call it Sagarmatha, goddess of the sky. It has many names, but for climbers all across the globe it holds one singular powerful meaning. It represents the ultimate test of skill, endurance, and spirit. It is the ultimate, most sought-after dream in mountaineering. It stands unimaginably tall, a colossal giant of jagged rock and glistening ice. It seems to call out to the adventurous soul within us, daring you to try, challenging you to face its might. It's a raw, unfiltered challenge from nature itself. It demands your very best. For dedicated climbers, Mount Everest is so much more than just a physical mountain. It is a profound symbol, a potent symbol of what human beings can truly achieve. When they push themselves far beyond their perceived limits, when they confront their deepest, darkest fears, when they choose to step into the unknown. Reaching the summit of Everest, that windswept, icy pinnacle, it's a transformative journey inward just as much as it is an arduous journey upward. It changes you fundamentally, forever. It strips you down to your very core. It reveals who you really are under pressure. It is a crucible for the human spirit. Every single year, driven by this potent symbolism, people from all corners of the earth make the pilgrimage. They come to the base of Everest. They arrive with unwavering hope filling their hearts. They come with a burning fire of ambition in their bellies. They train relentlessly for years. They make enormous personal and financial sacrifices. They understand the significant risks involved. The dangers are very real. Frostbite, avalanches, altitude sickness, but the irresistible pull of the summit, that allure of standing on top of the world. For many, it's simply too strong to resist. It's a primal urge to explore, to achieve, to conquer. Everest teaches us invaluable lessons about resilience, about the critical importance of never, ever giving up. even when the odds seem insurmountably stacked against you, even when the storm of the century rages around you. The mountain demands your utmost respect. It demands your absolute best effort, both physically and mentally. And in return for that respect and effort, it offers a rare, breathtaking glimpse of true human potential. It offers a perspective, a view from the very top of your world that can change your life. It shows you that your limits are often further than you think. This is the power of Everest. Section 5. The call of the Colossus, Everest's enduring allure. Why do they keep coming? Year after challenging year, more and more people are drawn to its slopes. What is this almost magnetic, irresistible pull of Mount Everest? I believe it's the fundamental call of the wild, that deep-seated human desire to stand on the roof of the world, to witness firsthand what very few people have ever seen, to experience the profound feelings that very few have ever felt. It's a primal, ancient instinct, the instinct for adventure, the drive to explore the unexplored, to test oneself against the grandest stage nature can provide. This call is powerful. It resonates deep within the human spirit. The mountain itself is a living legend. Its dramatic stories are whispered with reverence around crackling campfires. They are shared in hushed tones in mountaineering clubs across the globe. Tales of incredible triumph against all odds. Tales of heartbreaking hardship and loss. Each new story, each new expedition adds another layer to its mystique. It enhances its powerful, enduring allure. People from all walks of life want to write their own chapter in the Everest saga. They want to be a small part of that grand, sweeping narrative of human endeavor. The human spirit, you see, craves these kinds of epic stories. It thrives on them. It draws strength from them. Modern technology and equipment have undoubtedly made Everest seem more accessible than ever before. We have better, lighter gear, more accurate weather forecasting, improved communication systems, but don't let that fool you for a second. The mountain is still an absolute beast. It remains one of the harshest environments on Earth. It will still demand every ounce of strength, courage, and resilience you've got. The increasing numbers of climbers simply show the unquenchable human thirst for significant challenge, for pushing our known boundaries, for that ultimate, unparalleled feeling of triumphant achievement, that feeling of standing on top, knowing you gave it your all. This enduring, almost timeless allure of Everest is a powerful testament to our unyielding human spirit, our innate need to explore, our desire to conquer. But it's not about conquering the mountain itself. You can never truly conquer a force of nature like Everest. It's about conquering ourselves, our fears, our doubts, our perceived limitations. Everest holds up a giant, unforgiving mirror to our souls. It clearly shows us our strengths. It also ruthlessly exposes our weaknesses. And through this process, it calls us to be more than we are, to dig deeper, to push harder than we ever thought possible. That, my friends, is the essence of true survival and growth. Section 6. Footprints on the Frontier. The growing challenge of numbers. With more and more climbers answering Everest's call comes a greater shared responsibility. The iconic slopes of Everest, once pristine and remote, are now seeing significantly more human traffic. More footprints are being left on its icy flanks. This presents an entirely new kind of challenge. It's not just a challenge for the climbers themselves, it's a profound challenge for the delicate mountain environment. We must be acutely aware of our impact. We must tread carefully and thoughtfully. This is an incredibly fragile, high-altitude ecosystem. It is vulnerable to the pressures we exert upon it. We must act as its protectors. The dream of summiting Everest is undeniably powerful. It fuels incredible feats of human endurance, but we must strive to balance that powerful dream with a stark reality, the reality of our collective human impact on this sacred place. Everest Base Camp, during the peak climbing season, transforms into a bustling, temporary city. This city requires significant resources. It generates a considerable amount of waste. All of this needs to be managed meticulously, carefully, thoughtfully. If we fail in this, we risk irrevocably damaging this global icon. We risk tarnishing the very dream we seek. We must protect it for those who come after us. On popular climbing routes, especially in the death zone above 8,000 meters, queues of climbers can sometimes form. This is particularly true during narrow weather windows near the summit. This isn't just a source of frustration for climbers eager to move. It can be incredibly dangerous. Climbers can lose precious time waiting in line. They lose vital body heat. They consume their limited oxygen supplies faster, all while being stuck exposed in one of the most hostile environments on Earth. This is a very serious issue. It's one that the climbing community and authorities need to address urgently for safety, for respect for the mountain. So, the continuously increasing number of expeditions to Everest brings with it new, complex questions. How many people can the Everest environment sustainably support each season? How do we effectively manage the crowds on its slopes? How do we ensure the safety of all climbers, guides, and support staff? These are undeniably tough questions. There are no easy answers, but we must confront them. We must ask them openly and honestly. For the long-term future of Mount Everest, for the future integrity of high-altitude mountaineering. It's about developing smart survival strategies, not just for climbers, but for the mountain itself. We need sustainable solutions. Section 7, the fragile giant, climate change and Everest's shifting face. Mount Everest is a symbol of immense strength, a true giant of rock and ice. It seems eternal, unchanging, but even this mighty colossus is not immune to global forces. Climate change is undeniably real, and its effects are being felt acutely in our planet's highest mountain ranges, including the Himalayas. The ancient glaciers, the very lifeblood of these mountains, are melting. They are receding at a rate that is faster than we previously thought possible. This is a critical global problem. It has profound local consequences, right here, on the revered slopes of Mount Everest. The giant is more fragile than it appears. What does this rapid glacial melt actually mean for Everest? It means the mountain itself is changing. Its physical characteristics are shifting. Icefalls, like the treacherous Khumbu icefall, are becoming less predictable, more unstable, more dangerous for climbers to navigate. Hidden crevasses are opening up in new, unexpected places. Climbing routes that were considered relatively safe for many years, based on past experience, they are now different. They are becoming more treacherous. Climbers, even experienced ones, are facing new, often unseen hazards. This is a serious and growing threat to safety on the mountain. The rules are changing. The melting ice and snow on Everest and across the Himalayas also have far-reaching consequences. This meltwater affects the water supply for vast communities living downstream. Millions upon millions of people in South Asia depend heavily on these Himalayan glaciers. They rely on them for fresh drinking water, for irrigating their crops, for sustaining their livelihoods. What happens high up on Everest? It doesn't just stay on Everest. Its impacts ripple outwards. They affect the lives and futures of people far away from its icy peaks. This is a stark and sobering reminder. We are all interconnected. This planet is one system. We need to take decisive action now. We must work collectively to reduce our global carbon footprint. This is the root cause of the warming. We need to intensify scientific research into these climate change impacts on high-altitude environments. We need to understand them better to adapt. We must adapt our climbing practices to these new realities, protecting Mount Everest from the ravages of climate change. It's an integral part of protecting our entire planet. The mountain is sending us a clear warning signal. We urgently need to listen. We need to respond before it's too late for Everest and for us. Our long-term survival depends on these actions. Section 8. A shared summit. Everest as a symbol of global unity. Mount Everest, in its majestic impartiality, doesn't care where you come from. It doesn't care about your nationality. It doesn't consider your background or your beliefs. It tests every single individual equally, with the same harshness, with the same indifference. It demands the same unwavering courage, the same profound respect from every single climber who dares to set foot on its slopes. This inherent fairness, this universal challenge, makes Everest a uniquely powerful symbol. It becomes a symbol of our shared humanity, a symbol of our common ground despite our diverse origins. It reminds us of what binds us together. On the formidable slopes of Everest, you will witness something truly remarkable. People from vastly different nations, people with different cultures, languages, and perspectives. They work together, they climb together, they share vital resources like ropes, food, and weather information. Crucially, they help each other, often without a second thought. In times of dire trouble, when a climber is injured or in distress, their nationality vanishes. It becomes irrelevant. Only their shared humanity remains. This is teamwork at its most extreme, at its most pure and unselfish. It's a testament to the best of human nature, found in the harshest of places. Think back to that historic first ascent in 1953. Sir Edmund Hillary hailed from New Zealand. Tenzing Norgay was a Sherpa from Nepal. Theirs was a partnership, a deep friendship, one that successfully crossed national and cultural borders. That original spirit of international cooperation, so beautifully embodied by Hillary and Tenzing, it continues to thrive on Everest today. You see it in international scientific expeditions studying the mountain. You see it in daring rescue missions where teams from different countries collaborate. You see it in conservation efforts to protect its fragile environment. They are all united by the mountain. Mount Everest teaches us a profound and timely lesson. It shows us that we are always stronger when we work together, that our many differences can be overcome, especially when we are faced with a common goal, a shared, significant challenge. In a world that often seems increasingly divided and fractured, Everest stands tall as a shining beacon, a beacon of hope, a testament to what we can truly achieve when we choose to unite, when we choose to support each other rather than compete. This is a vital lesson not just for climbers but for all of us in all aspects of life. Unity is strength. Section 9. Guardians of the mountain are pledged to protect Everest's future. Mount Everest has given us so much. It has provided boundless inspiration to millions. It has offered unparalleled adventure to those who seek it. It has served as the ultimate proving ground, a place to truly test our physical and mental limits. Now it is unequivocally our turn to give back. It is our solemn duty to protect this magnificent, awe-inspiring peak, to preserve its wildness and its beauty for all future generations. This is not just a hopeful wish, it is a profound moral responsibility, a responsibility that we all share. As citizens of this planet, we must step up and become its dedicated guardians. Sustainable tourism. These two words are absolutely key to Everest's future. Yes, people will continue to dream of climbing Everest. That call is too strong, but it is crucial that we do it responsibly, by consciously minimizing our environmental impact, by diligently packing out every single thing we pack in, leaving no trace of our passage, by actively supporting the local Sherpa communities who are the traditional custodians of these mountains, by deeply respecting their ancient culture and traditions, by honoring the fragile environment that makes Everest so special. This is how we can keep the dream of Everest alive without inadvertently destroying the very dream itself. True survival always means sustainability. We need to advocate for stricter, well-enforced environmental rules and regulations on the mountain. We need better enforcement of existing ones. We need to support and fund more scientific research into the ongoing impacts of climate change on Everest. And critically, we need a genuine, heartfelt commitment from every single climber, from every expedition operator, from every relevant government agency. A commitment to always put the mountain and its long-term health first, the health and preservation of Everest. This goal is far bigger than any single summit attempt. It's about creating a lasting legacy. It's about showing profound respect for the raw power and beauty of nature. So on this International Everest Day, let's certainly celebrate the incredible achievements of the past. Let's honor the courage of Hillary, Tenzing and all who followed. But let's also make a firm, collective pledge to the future. Let's resolve to be the generation that ensures Mount Everest remains wild, that it stays majestic, that it continues to stand as a global symbol of hope and human potential, a worthy challenge for all those who are yet to come. Let's work together to protect this incredible, iconic place, this ultimate survivor. Our planet and our shared future depends on these kinds of conscious, protective actions. Let's be good ancestors.